All right, let's get right into it. We are hearing about artificial intelligence constantly, right? And it feels like everyone, myself included, is trying to figure out, where do we fit into this brand new world?
And really, the big question on everyone's mind boils down to something pretty simple. Is this technology a threat? Something to be afraid of that's going to take our jobs and change how we think? Or is it just a new kind of tool, kind of like the calculator or the internet, that we just need to figure out how to use?
Well, to start answering that, check out this number. It might actually surprise you. A white paper from the Center for Finance, Technology, and Entrepreneurship found that by 2025, a huge 85% of the workforce will be AI users, not builders. So think about that. The most important skill isn't going to be coding AI. It's going to be learning how to work with it.
And that brings us to our first big idea here. Because we're not talking about some distant, maybe one-day future. No, the AI flood is already here.
Seriously, this is not a drill. AI isn't some sci-fi concept on the horizon. It's here, right now, and it's already woven into the fabric of our daily lives, a lot of times in ways we don't even see.
Just think about your day. Did you get a recommendation for a movie or a product online? Yep, that was AI. Get a fraud alert from your bank? That's AI too. It's everywhere, from speeding up medical diagnoses to just making businesses run a little bit smoother. We are already living in the age of AI.
And that reality is causing a lot of anxiety. Let's call it panic at the prompt. It's that feeling, that deep uncertainty, and maybe even a little bit of fear about how these new tools are changing, well, everything.
This quote from an English teacher, Shannon Rose, just nails that feeling, especially in education. The immediate fear was that students were just going to use these new tools to cheat, right? To just skip the hard work of actually learning. And look, it's a totally valid concern that a lot of people have. So you've got this huge debate. On one side, the fear is all about cheating and, of course, losing jobs. But the reality that's starting to emerge is actually something very, very different. People are finding out that AI can be this incredible personal tutor, or even a thought partner that helps you brainstorm and clarify your ideas, not just replace them.
And this realization leads us to a really powerful shift in perspective. Instead of seeing this as, humans versus machines, we can start to reframe it as a partnership, a collaboration.
There's a name for this new way of thinking: augmented intelligence. The academic world defines it as using AI systems to enhance our own intelligence, not to replace it. And the key word, the most important word there, is collaborative. It is not about the machine taking over, it's about the machine making us better at what we do.
I love this analogy from the U.S. Department of Education. They say we should think of AI less like a robot vacuum that just does the job for you, and more like an electric bike. You're still the one steering, you're still pedaling, you're totally in control, but your own effort gets multiplied. You can go farther, and you can go faster. So, what does this partnership actually look like in the real world? Well, for one thing, it means admitting the AI isn't perfect. Here's a real example from an app called Mathide. The AI tried to read a student's handwritten math problem, but it messed up. It completely missed the carry the one notation and read the number as 144. But, and this is the crucial part, here's where the partnership comes in. The system is designed for the teacher to step in and easily correct the AI's mistake. This is a core principle called human in the loop. The AI does the heavy lifting, the processing, but the human provides that final judgment, the oversight, and the context that the machine just doesn't have. Okay, so if we're going to be good partners with AI, if we're going to be the ones steering the electric bike, we need a new set of skills. This brings us to a whole new kind of literacy for the 21st century. And that new skill set is called AI literacy. It's basically the ability to not just use AI, but to think critically about it and to collaborate with it in a smart way. It's so much more than knowing which buttons to press. It's about truly understanding your new partner.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it kind of boils down to 4 key things. First, you have to understand the basics, just the general concepts. Then you've got to use the tools, get your hands dirty and actually try them out. From there comes maybe the most important skill. You have to learn to evaluate what the AI gives you, never just trust it blindly. And finally, you have to adapt. This tech is changing so fast, and we have to be ready to learn and change right along with it.
All right, let's bring this all home. Because when you put all these pieces together, you get a really empowering idea about the role we all get to play in what comes next. And this is the main takeaway. The future of AI isn't some tidal wave that's just going to wash over us. By building our own AI literacy, by embracing this partnership idea, we can actively shape and direct how these tools are used.
We get to be the architects of our own future.
And why are we so essential to this process? Because of the very things that make us human. As this report points out, we have the capacity for moral reflection, for empathy. An AI can process data at lightning speed, but it can't feel compassion for a student who's struggling. The whole point is to use the AI's speed to enhance our uniquely human strengths.
So it's clear, AI is an incredibly powerful partner. It's that electric bike for our minds. But any good partnership needs two active participants. The technology is here, it's ready to go. So the real question we're left with is this: are we ready to learn the steps and lead the dance?